You're walking through your local garden center. The sun is out, the air smells like fresh mulch, and everything looks beautiful. But beneath those vibrant petals and glossy leaves, some of these plants are carrying a biological payload that could stop a heart or shut down a liver in hours. It's the biggest secret in the gardening industry. There are no federal laws requiring warning labels on toxic plants. Today, we aren't just doing a countdown. We are exposing the nursery trap. We're looking at 7 common plants that are essentially legal poisons sitting in your living room right now. Stick around for number 1, because if you have a cat, it's the most dangerous item in your entire house. Let's start with the plants that target the heart. Oleander is a landscaping staple because it's unkillable. It survives heat, drought, and poor soil, but that resilience comes from a chemical defense called cardiac glycosides. I've seen people use oleander branches as skewers for hot dogs at a campfire. That is a potentially fatal mistake. Even the smoke is toxic. If you have curious toddlers or dogs that like to chew sticks, this plant is a ticking time bomb. Then we have the foxglove. It looks like a flower from a Disney movie, but in the 18th century it was known as dead man's bells. While doctors use a refined version called digitalis to treat heart failure, the plant itself offers an unregulated, lethal dose. One leaf can cause your heart rate to drop until it simply stops. The deep dive. Why do nurseries sell them? Because they're deer-resistant. Why are they deer-resistant? Because even the animals know they're poisonous. The safe switch? If you love the height, go for snapdragons. If you love the shrub look, choose hibiscus. You get the beauty, you lose the risk.
Now, let's step inside. Most people think indoor plants are safer, but the chemistry says otherwise. Take the dumb cane, Dieffenbachia. It's the ultimate low-light office plant, but its leaves are packed with calcium oxalate crystals. Think of these as microscopic needles. If a child or a pet bites into it, these needles inject into the tongue and throat. It causes instant massive swelling. The name dumb cane comes from the fact that it literally leaves victims dumb or unable to speak as their airway closes. But the real silent killer is the lily. This is a message specifically for cat owners. Most people don't realize that for a cat, the lily is the most toxic thing on the planet. It's not just eating the flower. If a cat brushes against the pollen, then grooms itself later, it can trigger total kidney failure within 24 to 48 hours. I've heard countless stories of owners coming home to a lethargic cat and not realizing a $10 grocery store bouquet was the cause. Pro tip: if you have a cat, true lilies, Easter, tiger, stargazer, should never cross your threshold. The safe switch? Get an orchid or a Boston fern. They give that lush, expensive look without the vet bills.
This next category feels like it belongs in a crime documentary. First, the Sago Palm. It's not actually a palm, it's a cycad, a prehistoric plant. It produces a toxin called psychocin. For dogs, the seeds are like forbidden snacks. They're round, crunchy, and taste sweet to animals, but they cause devastating liver failure. Vet ERs see more sago palm poisonings than almost any other plant on this list. Then there's the Castor Bean Plant. This plant is gorgeous, huge, red, star-shaped leaves, but it contains ricin. You've probably heard of ricin in Breaking Bad or spy thrillers. It is one of the most potent toxins known to man. Just 2 seeds can be fatal to a human. While it's rare for people to eat them, the fact that you can buy a ricin factory at a local nursery for $20 is mind-blowing. The safe switch? For that tropical palm look, go with a ponytail palm. For the big leaves, go with elephant ears or colocasia. Finally, we have the azalea. Everyone has these in their front yard, but they carry granotoxins. There is a fascinating historical phenomenon called mad honey. In ancient Turkey, invading armies were defeated because they ate honey made from bees that pollinated rhododendrons and azaleas. They became disoriented, nauseous, and easy to conquer. If it can take down an army, it can definitely hurt your Labrador. The honorable mentions. Don't ignore these. Hydrangeas. They contain small amounts of cyanide. Monksfoot, also known as wolf's bane. Just touching this plant without gloves can cause numbness in your hands. It's been used on the tips of arrows in ancient warfare. Philodendrons. Like the dumb cane, these cause intense mouth irritation.
I don't tell you this to scare you away from gardening. Gardening is amazing. I tell you this because the industry won't. Here is your 3-step safety protocol. The app trick. Use an app like Picture This or just Google Lens at the nursery. Identify the scientific name immediately. The high shelf rule. If you must have a dumb cane or philodendron, keep it on a shelf where pets and toddlers can't reach. The vet contact. Keep the pet poison helpline number on your fridge. Which of these plants did you have no idea about? For me, the castor bean being sold in public parks is the craziest one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I respond to as many as I can. If this video helps even one person avoid a tragedy, it was worth making. Hit that subscribe button for more no-nonsense garden guides. Stay safe and happy planting.